You are now in tune to Fracus and Darwin.
Give me reasons to doubt, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out, you can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones. You won't ache my soul, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can't tear away. Shoot me down the fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight.
Hello and welcome back to the Hardcore Underground podcast.
Yes, you're Fracus.
And you are DJ Darwin. That's right, we are back after a little summer break.
I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight.
If you're attending HRD USA on October the 9th and you want to hear this track live, it's newly revealed as one of the stretch goals for our Kickstarter campaign. If we reach £12,500 by the end of the funding period, we will fly Red Moon and Merrin Ryan out to perform with us. They'll be able to do this track. This is Heavyweight. It's our hardcore remix in the background and some other bits as well.
And there is no barricade that I can tear away.
So, what episode number is this?
Well, it's going to be either 12.5 or 14 based on how we do our numbering system. But it's a Kickstarter special, as we mentioned. We're going to be talking about our Blue the Roof campaign. If you haven't seen it, get on one of our social media pages. It's our Kickstarter campaign to shoot a Blu-ray in Phoenix,
USA.
But I'm a heavyweight.
Actually already reached the target to kind of enable it to happen, so it is going ahead now at this point.
So it's just a case of how good we can make it.
Finishes on Tuesday, the 2nd of September, at 1:53 p.m. in the afternoon.
There's an actual time as well?
It goes from exactly 30 days from when you started it. So if you're not familiar with crowdfunding, it's basically where an audience pledges money, pre-orders the product at various reward tiers to actually raise the money for it to happen in the first place. If you head on over to kickstarter.com, search for Blue the Roof, that's BLU the Roof, or you can get to it via hardcoreunderground.co.uk or our Facebook page. We've done our best to explain it, go check it out and get involved. it's been a busy old time since we were last on, but it's been a busy week.
There's been loads of stuff that's come out, hasn't there, recently?
Yes, Hardcore Underground 7 and Entity's album Material, which released on Monday. Thank you to everybody that's supported those projects so far. Feedback seems...
And they're doing well, aren't they?
They're doing alright, actually. Yeah, pretty good. So yeah, if you have not picked one of those up yet, the track lists and obviously the pre-order links are exclusively available at hardcoreunderground.co.uk. Go and check those out. That's our latest compilation album. It's actually getting on for probably 2 years in October since the last actual Hardcore Underground album.
Has it been that long?
Wow, it's scary.
It is scary.
Go and check that out. Also, thank you to everybody that took part in our Q&A on Twitter last night as well.
That was really fun. Quite enjoyed that.
Yeah, cocktails. A few cocktails. The answers got progressively more honest.
Forthcoming on Oral Adrenaline Records, this is Jackasid with Don't Stop, Keep It Going.
And before that, we kick things off with our brand new remix of Heavyweight by Red Moon and Merrin Ryan, forthcoming on HU. This is the Hardcore Underground podcast. You're in tune right now with Fracus and Darwin.
I suppose we should tell everybody why we're doing this Blu-ray.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we just want to put the music in the shop window. One of the things that annoys us the most about the modern dance music world is hardcore is so widely ignored. It's never in the right magazines, never on the right TV channels, it hasn't even got a slot on Radio 1 anymore, and yet it already appeals to people all around the world. So if they're not going to take any notice of it, we'll do it ourselves. You know how good the energy is in a hardcore event, you know what the atmosphere could be like. We want to capture that energy with technology that's beyond what anybody else is using to do this in the minute. We're talking about high-end cameras, we've got directors and camera operators using equipment that's just been used to shoot Avatar 2. This is literally so far beyond what anybody else in dance music is doing, and it will be the best show reel for the scene we can possibly have. So that is the plan. You guys have already funded it to the point where that's definitely now going to happen. It's just a question of how much more money we can raise over the next few days and plough back in and spend on even more cool stuff. We're shooting our set, we're shooting Joey Wright's set as well. We've got MCs involved, we've got live vocalists, visuals. We're going to put the audio in surround sound as well. It's going to be really, really cool. Get involved.
Take a chance. Oh, oh, give me
listening to the Hardcore Underground podcast with Fracus and Darwin.
Do you really wanna dance with me? Do you really wanna take a chance? Oh, give me all your love, give me all your love. Do you really wanna dance with me? Do you really wanna take a chance? Oh, give me all your love, 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 your
Fracus and Darwin featuring Drew Flanagan at Only One of Me. That's our new track, isn't it? At the moment, it's doing the round.
It is, yeah. That was the one we were shooting the video for. We've had a few messages from people. We were had camera people and stuff at Summer Gathering. That's what we were shooting the video for. So that'll be out. The hardcore mix, house mix, there's some like garage mixes and stuff like that. That'll be out on Ambial Music this month. So there's been loads of good parties over the last few months since we were last on. We won't go through the details of everything, but big shout to you if you have come and seen us play in recent times, either here or abroad. If you are interested in where we're going to be playing over the next few months, we're going to be putting those dates up on social media over the next week or so. At Fracus, at Nick Darwin on Twitter, and facebook.com/Fracus and Darwin.
'Cause all I wanna do
More brand new music. This is Mob's remix of Alstorm and Euphony, All I Wanna Do. And before that we had AB's take on Give Me My Drugs. Both taken from the 24/7 100 series part 2.
'Cause all I wanna do is dance with you. And all I wanna do is dance with you in my arms. And all I wanna do is dance with you. Oh, and all I wanna do is dance with you in my arms, in my arms. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Don't worry about the future. Don't think about the end of time. It's only the here and now, and you've got me. Stop trying to push away this overpowering feeling. Don't wanna be too tired to hold you. 'Cause all I wanna do is dance with you. And all I wanna do is dance with you in my arms. And all I wanna do is dance with you. Oh, and all I wanna do is dance, do in my arms. Do. 'Cause all I wanna do Don't worry about the future. Don't think about the end of time. It's only the here and now, and you've got me. Stop trying to push away this overpowering feeling. Don't wanna be too tired to hold you. 'Cause all I wanna do is dance with you. And all I wanna do is dance with you in my arms. And all I wanna do is dance with you. Oh, and all I wanna do is dance with you.
This is the Hardcore Underground Show.
It was really weird seeing you yesterday, actually, because we spent like months in each other's pockets.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything this month.
But it's nice. Actually, it was actually weird not to be DJing.
Yeah, we've taken most of August, well, all of August off, actually.
Yeah, all of August.
To finish the artist album. Voluntarily, we might add, because we've got other bookings, so it's not that nobody wanted us. We choose to do it, honestly.
'Cause all I wanna do. Equals two, just enough to feel the truth. You and I'm feeling you. Hold me tight, take my life. This feels so right. I'm gonna show you how much I'm loving you.
Taken from Hardcore Underground 7 and forthcoming HU DJ Tools Volume 4. This is brand new from Hardcore Hero Banana Man. This is Loving You. It's like when you spend, I guess if you're in a band or something it'd be the same, but like we've probably had every conversation it's possible to have about
it. Especially when you're doing a 5-hour drive
each way to Cornwall in the rain. It's weird, it's like can't really explain it, but there's nothing, I've got nothing left to tell you. There's no anecdotes you
run out of conversation.
Taken from Hardcore Underground 7, that was Banana Man and Loving You, featured on the Al Storm and Shimmer Mura disc. Also forthcoming HU DJ Tools Volume 4. sticking with HU7 material. This is Dice 7 with Starface, and it's Fracus and Darwin on the remix. Check it out. This episode, don't forget you can subscribe to us on iTunes and RSS feed. We'll put the links on our Facebook page and hardcoreunderground.co.uk as well. You can also download directly from SoundCloud. If you do that, we'd be very, very grateful if you could repost the track to your profile. And if you want to, give us a comment and give us a like as well. Now you're in tune with ourselves, Fracus and Darwin, back and live in effect on episode 12 and a half, stroke 14 of the Hardcore Underground podcast.
The Kickstarter special.
The Kickstarter special. See, that's quite good, because if we just call it the Kickstarter special, then it doesn't have to have a number, and then the next one can
you're not allowed to say the number.
And it'll be right, and we don't have to say the number. Taken from HU7, that's our take on Dice 7's Starface track. More brand new music now. This is Panegyric with Heaven in You, and it's IYF and Hyperforce on the remix.
Cause I found heaven, cause I found heaven, 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 I found heaven. See flames of fire on the horizon, darkness was drawing me in. You took my hand and you gave me a reason, a new place to begin. Cause I found heaven in you, don't need to look no further. me fly again. Find your heaven in me. See the possibilities just like me. When I found my heaven in you. Heaven in me, see the possibilities just like me. When I found my heaven in you.
Listening to the Hardcore Underground podcast with Fracus and Darwin.
See flames of fire on the horizon. Darkness was drawing me in. You took my hand and you gave me a reason, a new place to begin. 'Cause I found heaven in you. Don't need to look no further. You were sent to help me fly again. Find your heaven in me. See the possibilities just like me. When I found my heaven in you. See the possibilities just like me. When I found my heaven in you.
Panegyric, Heaven in You, that's Hyperforce and IYF on the remix for upcoming Justice Hardcore. Shouting out to Rob and Al, good to catch up with you guys last week. Right about now, you're in tune to Fracus and Darwin. This is the Hardcore Underground podcast. Subscribe now on iTunes, RSS feed, and follow us at soundcloud.com/Hardcore Underground. So our guest this month is our good mate MC Obi, who's going to be dropping in very shortly to have a little chat about his album X, which was released on Lethal Theory Records last month. He's also put together a little mashup mix of some of the tracks from the album as well, but we're going to play one ourselves now. This is Alex Prospect and Obi, track entitled Viper from the album X. Check it out.
Looks like a snake, track like a viper. And then we go growl. a flavor, track like a viper.
This is the Hardcore Underground Show.
In the background now, Douglas, Engage Selector, taken from the forthcoming Freeform Family album. A triple collaborative effort between Rebuild Music, ATEC Music and Stamina Records. I believe you can pre-order it from the Stamina Records website this week. If you don't follow those labels on social media, sort your life out and they'll let you know about it over the next few days. More brand new music now. This is Omega Types, Take Me High. Kutski and Gamma on the remix. This is out right now across all digital retailers on TWR. Check it out.
Can't get you out of my mind. I've never been so high. Can't get you out of my mind.
listening to the Hardcore Underground podcast with Fracus and Darwin.
Can't get you out of my mind. Can't get you out. 'Cause you put me up in the sky so high. Take me higher and higher so high. I've never been so alive. That's why I can't get you out of my mind. I've never been so high.
Omega Types Take Me High, that's Kutski and Gamma on the remix. Out now on TWR across all digital retailers, go check it out. More brand new music now, this is taken from the debut artist album from Geordie, Machine Music. This is collaboration with Lethal Theory head honcho Joey Riot's Roll Drums, check it out.
Roll the drums.
So we've been told that we should talk about our artist album.
We do have to talk about our artist album, yeah.
So it's actually not that bad, is it really?
No, well, we're quite happy with it. Diversions, our fourth artist album, is slated for release early October. It's essentially finished, really, now, isn't it?
It's a case of just really the final touches.
The final touches, a bit of production stuff, and obviously the mastering, which we're going in.
Can we say where we're going to do it?
Metropolis, yeah. We can say we're doing that.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then if it does come out badly, then it's their fault, and they'll get negative advertising from it as well. So yeah, apart from that, that album will be wrapped and will be available for pre-sale later this month.
Okay, roll the drums.
Taken from his debut artist album, this is Geordie and Joey Riot, track entitled Roll the Drums. The album's out now on Lethal Theory Raw and it's called Machine Music. Check it out in the HU store if you haven't already. There's other recent releases on Lethal Theory as well. Brand new compilation series called Keep It Lethal, and of course MC Obi's album X.
Okay, roll the drums.
This is the Hardcore Underground Show.
Okay, roll the drums.
brand new by Entity. That was Perpetual Rush.
Taken from his debut artist album Material, which is out now. So well done to Clive, actually. He's worked hard on this album.
It's been a long time coming, but the feedback off that's been so good.
And not only is there Something to Say and Stargazer remix and all this sort of upfront stuff, but your track End of Time, which we go on about every time we do a podcast.
I mean, it's just one of those tracks that's been yearned for years.
And Fast Forward as well.
Yeah.
As well. So they're all on there on mix, and there's a bonus mix CD as well, which kind of covers Clive's 10 years in the industry. Loads and loads of different styles of tracks on there. Breakbeat stuff, ravey stuff, vocal stuff. So that's Entity Material, available now, hardchronogram.co.uk. Go and check that out if you like your music with a spice of variety.
Let's go. Far away. Let's go. And let the music play. Let's go. Far away. Let's go. And let the music play. Far away.
This is the last one from us this month. This is Chris Fear, Far Far Away.
And taken from the Al Storm and Shimamura mix on HU7.
Fear, Far Far Away. We're going to be catching up with MC Obi in just a moment's time.
Live and direct. This is the Hardcore Underground Show.
Now joined in the studio with our guest, who's been threatening to come on the show for a good while. MC Obi's here to talk about his brand new album. How are you, sir?
I'm very good, thanks very much, mate.
Right, we'll try this again because we've had a few technical problems to start the show off. So we'll get on to what you're doing as an MC and on the stages and with the label and stuff in a little while. But first of all, for anybody that hasn't seen what you're doing with your album, do you want to explain the concept of it and what you tried to do?
So last year I wanted to do my second artist album to celebrate me being in hardcore for 10 years. So I thought, what better way than getting my 10 favourite producers on the album and my 10 favourite MCs. And it's something I always find with my artist albums, I want to do something that's individual and never been done before. My last one had a 3D cover that had never been done, and this time 10 artists, 10 tracks, 10 MCs, £10 bonus.
And we've just been looking at the bits and pieces. There's not just CD releases. Obviously the CD release is one thing of it, but you've done these kind of limited edition box sets as well.
Yeah. So me as a designer and an artistic person, I always like to give something extra and do a deluxe edition or something. So yeah, you kind of get a presentation box, stickers, bandanas, and a download to the last artist album as well. So yeah, it's all good.
Right, so artwork's probably something we should mention as well, because actually that's been something you've been involved in for years, not just for us, but all throughout the hardcore scene. Flyers, CDs.
Yeah, so that's just kind of my day job is a graphic designer, and obviously started out 10 years ago just doing flyers for my mates. I mean, I think one of the first ones that I did was Total Bedlam. Obviously, we both used to play there 10 odd years ago, so started doing them. Then more people, and obviously Total Bedlam was run by Leo HF and Keys. So Keys now runs Ravers Reunited, and I do all their stuff. All the big names, really, I think I've worked for. I don't think there's one person who I haven't done something for in some shape or form.
So you kind of get to see a side of the industry, really, that really a lot of us don't appreciate or don't even, know about how much work goes into kind of putting things together, like adverts for the Raving Eye and so on, but like videos and websites and stuff you've done for people.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I see the stress from creation to end, really. Probably
worth highlighting that you're an even more important member of the scene that people might not even know just from your music.
I wouldn't say more important. It's just another string to my bow, so I have more than one iron in the fire, as they say.
So as you said, the album marks 10 years in the game now, since we played at those little clubs in Brighton all those years ago. Obviously things have changed quite a lot, even in that short time. 2005 wasn't exactly the distant past in terms of technology, but the way the music's sold now, the way music's marketed, even the way it's made and the way that the whole scene works is different now. So what do you think, on a positive note, has improved in the 10 years since you've been in this game?
I just think at the moment everyone is so on the ball, everyone is so creative, and everyone's music has gone up tenfold. The way everyone's promoting themselves, everyone's taking standards so much higher. I mean, like you said, where people are now doing music videos and things like that. It's just we're trying to be more, don't want to say mainstream, but more like you've got to present yourself more like a pop star. So you are doing something that's crisp, clean, and innovative.
And do you think that's actually probably a good thing for hardcore?
It's the best
that
thing.
We're now almost a self-sufficient industry that doesn't need funding from kind of big labels.
Definitely. I mean, people like yourselves who are doing the distribution and that, taking the control back from massive labels who sometimes haven't got our interest in heart. Maybe they're just looking at their sales figures and stuff like that. I mean, everyone getting their stuff done through HU now. We know that we've got some people who love hardcore and want hardcore to succeed on the ball and pushing all of our material to a worldwide audience.
Now, you're signed to Lethal Theory. You've joined quite a large team of people there now. We were talking to Chris Unknown on last month's episode, but he's obviously now a member of the Clubbed Up team. Have you found that's been a sort of a change for you? Because you were always kind of a man apart, really, kind of just doing your own thing. You're now part of quite a big creative team, lots of different styles of music in there. And do you find that easier?
Do you know what? It's the best thing that I've ever done. I've always been, while all my friends were getting signed to labels, obviously Enemy and Static and people like that were getting signed to Rave Baby, and then other people getting signed to different labels, and I was always kind of the one-man band on my own who I'd MC for everyone. Obviously I had a good working relationship with yourselves, people like Mark Smith. I was always a big freeform head and always got the freeform sets, but being part of Lethal Theory has been the best thing for me as an artist. Having someone like Joey at the helm, who's the biggest pusher of an artist that you can have. I mean, he's so on the ball and always is pushing us to be the best artist.
He keeps you all in check, doesn't he?
Oh, definitely. Gives me a smack round the head if I'm doing something wrong.
So obviously you're still doing what you've always done, and not just MCing for artists assigned to the label, but obviously we still work with you and you work with various other people as well. It's a bit of topic of contention. It might not have been sort of done so much publicly, but a lot of people have kind of talked about it over the last few years. Where do you see the role of MCs these days now? Because there's obviously this kind of argument that MCs are now perhaps in some circles a little bit too much of a kind of frontman, and the music is almost there to provide a backdrop for them to be front and centre and drop lyrics over every single track. And at the other end of the argument, you've got people saying that perhaps MCs ought to be more like they used to and kind of host, and they're there to complement the music. I mean, where do you think the middle ground is?
I think you can have both. As a good MC will know that you tailor your set and how you interact with the crowd to how the crowd want you to be. You can look at a rave, and if you're at a rave and they are reacting more to you just doing minimal stuff, like when I do my international gigs, they're more into just hosting, so you kind of talk to the crowd, bit here, bit there, more like a rib style or an old school MC. But then people at HDID and Hardcore Heaven and stuff like that and Ravers Reunited, they want you to do more lyrics, so you can drop more lyrics in. I mean, I'm not the biggest every single drop. I don't MC over everything. I like to have a laugh and talk to the people in the front row and take the mic out of them and stuff like that. But it's just a good MC know what to do and what not to do. So
that would be your advice to new MCs, but that's what people we found that we've spoke to, sort of new MCs who come and talk to say, oh, we don't really know how to be, because on the one hand we've got people saying, oh, you should be like this and you need to be like this, but at the same point the DJs and a lot of the people that listen to the music don't necessarily want that. So that would be the answer, is to just kind of be versatile and be able to do both.
You've got to be able to do everything, and at the end of the day you just want to be how you want to be. If you just want to go full bars blazing on everything, maybe hardcore's not the thing for you. You've just got to adapt yourself to the crowd, because at the end of the day they're the people who come to pay our wages, they come to enjoy the music. So if they're having a good time, then that's what's important. They've come to listen to the music predominantly, and then the MC's there to do his job, whatever that may be to that person.
So MC X is out now on Lethal Theory Records. You can check that out in the Hardcore Underground store. And if you want to know where you can catch him on the MC circuit, it's facebook.com/OBMC. Thanks for joining us, mate. We will catch you next time.
Cheers, boys.
This is the Hardcore Underground Show.
So we're going to go straight into the guest mix now. Obi's very kindly put together a 15-minute mashup mix of tracks from his album X, out now on Lethal Theory Records, as you've just heard. CD 1, full-length tracks, 10 different collaborations with different producers there, and the second CD is a mix CD featuring 10 different MCs. This is Obi in the guest mix on the HU Show.
And the beat.
Showcasing music from his album out now on Lethal Theory X. This is Obi in the mix. Not just a producer, not just an MC, not just a graphic designer, a DJ as well.
is the Hardcore Underground Show.
Gave the link to his Facebook page, but if you do want to follow Obi on Twitter as well, his handle is @OBMC, capital O, capital M, capital C. If you have just joined us, you're listening to Obi, this month's guest mix, showcasing music from his album X, out now on Lethal Theory Records. This is the Hardcore Underground Show.
before. I'm gonna keep it frozen here forever. There's no regretting anymore. It's worth the wait, even so far away. I'm making the night mine until the day I die. No light to break when you're hanging by fate. You know what it feels like when you're dancing night. Just the beat inside my soul. Take me home where my dreams are made of gold. In the zone where the beat is uncontrolled. I know what it feels like. Come on, make me feel like just the beat inside my soul. Take me home where my dreams are made of gold. In the zone where the beat is uncontrolled. I know what it feels like. Come on, make me feel like. Come on, make me feel nobody. Come on, make me feel like. Come on, make me feel nobody. Come on, make me feel like. Come on, make me feel nobody. Come on, make me feel like. Come on, make me feel nobody. Come on, make me feel like.
The aim of the deep.
Right about now, you're in tune to this month's guest mix on the Hardcore Underground show. Sounds of Obi showcasing music from his album X, out now on Lethal Theory.
Looking to get fucked up.
So many thanks to Obi for dropping in for the chat and the guest mix. Just finishing off in the background now. Don't forget, pick up his album X, out now on Lethal Theory Records. It's in the Hardcore Underground store.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
We'll be back next month. Don't forget, there's all sorts of business going on with SoundCloud at the minute, isn't there?
It is.
So don't forget, subscribe on iTunes. Go and check out the Hardcore Underground show. The links are on our Facebook page and on our website as well. Subscribe on iTunes. You get the updates to your phone or your mobile device automatically as we upload them every month. So go and do that. And don't forget as well, if you do want to subscribe on SoundCloud, we're obviously going to keep our page live and everything, but there's all sorts of talk about paying for streaming and stuff like that going on at the moment. So a bit scary. Soundcloud.com/Hardcore Underground. You can download the podcast directly from there. We also put the track list and some information up. We'll be back next month. See you later.
Peace out, Rabbit.